Pyro, I do like this though, Bret. You know, he's never ever got injured before doing this.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
No wonder he got that role in that Western.
that got cancelled.
Lonesome Bret. But he dives out and sells that he's hurt his knee, which is basically.
Oh, my knee! Do. I twisted my knee.
Hello and welcome back to the only wrestling podcast that exclusively rebooks, reviews and reimagines the works of wrestling past. We are the I'm joined in his living room.
Hello.
And to my right,
Not
in the gutter, it's Sam Chance.
Hello.
And I am your host, Ben Chance, and we are coming live and in your house. If that gives you an idea, we are going to be checking out the very first in your house. Have you enjoyed getting through a pay-per-view very quickly?
Yeah, it was easy to watch because it only lasted about an hour and 40.
Yeah, I bet you even did it in one sitting this time, didn't you?
Yeah, yesterday.
You did it in one sitting.
Did it in one? But it was more like a TV show as opposed to a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird.
It's sort of like a Saturday Night's Main Event. Because that
Yeah,
started 10 years before this on the same day.
Did it?
On Mother's Day 85 was the first Saturday Night's Main Event. Or, around that time. May 11th, 1985.
Did they give away Uncle Elmer's ranch?
No.
I think he ate it.
I think he cut him.
I think Cindy Lauper had a fight with Fabulous Moolah on it. I don't know. We'll probably end up watching it.
We'll have to end up watching that. They barely mentioned Mother's Day on the.
Never mentioned it.
But yeah, Jack, you've watched it in a run that you did not long ago.
Yeah.
You enjoyed going back and watching
95
again.
Some now. Bits and other bits not.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
put it that way.
So I don't think they quite had the formula down in your
It
house.
was very scatty, I would say.
It does always appear in like the polls of the worst pay-per-views and the worst in your house pay-per-views as well.
In your house.
But I'm not quite sure it's as bad as number 2. So.
Or the
No,
one with is it Great White North, the one with Paul Duggan Diesel?
Oh, you will be back for that.
Right.
We'll be back for you. But the world. So we're going back to May 14th, 1995. In the world on May 14th. UK number 1, Sign of the Times. It was Unchained Melody by Robson and Jerome. That's a weird number 1, isn't it, really? The US, they had This Is How We Do It.
This is how we do it.
Yeah, we have Robson and Jerome.
This is how we do it.
We don't like it, but we do it.
The Sega Saturn was released 3 days prior in the US. Have you ever had a Sega Saturn?
No.
Nor me. So, there you go. End of discussion.
On
this very night, Norway won the Eurovision Song Contest.
Forget Norway.
And the latest episode of Power Rangers. Oh yes, new feature to perk the interest of Sam was the Wild West Part 1.
Oh, that's Series 3.
Yeah. Do you remember that? Do you approve of that episode?
Does Ernie wear a cowboy hat?
No.
Oh,
Well, no, he does. He's like a plastic back in time, and he's like the bartender there.
Oh,
That's amazing.
Like a
Is
back
Bulk
in
and
time?
Skull like...
They're like cowboys or something in it.
Bulk ain't going on no horse.
They were sort of doing a slow face turn into it. Got to turn them face.
Turn Bulk and
Them
Skull
over.
face.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Once they turn face, though, the crowd are going to turn on them. We've seen this before.
Yeah.
You've got them
Well,
career
Skull
heels.
was gone after a few series.
Them career heels. And the WWE magazine. Now, this is a weird cover because he never actually appeared in the WWF, but did appear on the front of a WWF magazine. It was Lex Luger alongside Michael Jordan.
Oh, I remember that. I
realised
think they were wearing like really big jumpers or something like that. Very strange.
Just
Michael
basically, we must take a photo of someone way more famous than anyone we have.
People are
Please come to the WWF, Michael. Forget Bugs Bunny. Come here.
And the WCW magazine went with Vader as their cover art. He must have about 3 or 4 months left.
Yeah, he left towards the end of the night. He left just before Fall Brawl because he was meant to be on Hogan's team.
Oh, they turned him face as well.
Yeah, he
See,
turned face.
Bulk, Skull, Vader, everyone turned
Never
face.
worked.
He turned face and left. So.
West Bromwich Albion's season was over, thankfully, but we did
495, so you was 16?
20th, I think, when I
Oh,
right
it was
in.
when they would reorganise the league because it was the last one with 22 in the Premier League.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
well, we definitely weren't. Our last game was away to Sunderland, but we didn't draw. And on this very day, Liverpool played Blackburn Rovers.
Cup.
No,
The
Liverpool beat them 2-1 in the league, but Blackburn Rovers
Won the league.
won
It's
the
that
league.
one.
So this is the last day of
the
the
season, yeah, 1995. So there you
So
go.
all you Blackburn fans.
Not only was it a good day for Mabel, but it was a good day for Tim Sherwood. So,
Yeah!
so there you have it. But Jack, I haven't checked with you. I'm hoping you might have some level of a review/poll to discuss.
I have. We were 19th, by the way. I have 4 albums, all released the day after. I've just used all 4 that were released the day after, on the 15th of May.
So all 4. There was
All
only 4,
4.
and you've chosen all 4.
Well, there was only 4 on the list I found, and I've chosen them 4.
This is dangerous. So we're going to know none of this.
You'll know
Like
2 of them.
You're a road pop.
It's going to be Norway, isn't it?
Well, you'll know 2 of them.
Okay.
You might know 1. So, we'll start with one you know now. It's called In Zombia.
In Zombia, okay.
By Slant 6.
And now they sound like they're going to be sort of rock.
Folk.
Punk rock.
Punk rock. In Zombia, yeah.
Punk rock.
Not in Zombia, though.
Not in
Charles and
Zombia. Charles and Zombia. I know they were born. Number 2 is Body by Sidi Boussaid.
Did he do that? Any idea?
They're an
Must have said.
alternative rock band from London.
Okay, yeah. You're making my my research to get the splicing difficult this time. Let's continue.
That one there. Wikipedia.
How the hell do you fight these people?
Hey, can you do a review?
Number 3 is Orchid by Opus.
Oh, they're broken.
Oh, well, I was assuming you've heard of them, death metal or something.
Very much.
Swedish progressive metal.
Yeah, okay.
Opus. And the last album is I Should Coco by Supergrass.
Well, we should all Coco.
You know,
let's
you
face it.
know Super.
I do know too.
That was their debut album.
Pump it on your stereo, isn't it?
I think it's.
I thought that was a bit lighter.
Ah, right.
That one.
What was it called again?
Listen to watch in your ears.
We should all Coco.
I should Coco.
You should Coco.
I should Coco.
But I don't.
But I don't. That was the second album.
But if you want a Coco, head over to our Twitter page there, which is at BCCPod. Give us a follow there and a vote on Jack's poll, and the review itself will be housed on our website, which is bettercallcreative.com. Okay then, are we ready? It's in your house.
It's in your house.
The welcome mats are out, Todd Pettingill tells us. for the first in your
Get out
house.
my house.
Now this package, Jesus, is cacking it. Like, it really is a terrible opening package. Like they all do little snippets, but they're all rubbish.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Tonight, the World Wrestling Federation has laid out the welcome mats for the first ever In Your House Spectacular. Tonight, two of the biggest men in Federation history will raise the roof in your house. World Wrestling Federation champion Big Daddy Cool Diesel defends the title against the #1 contender, Psycho Sid.
In your house, Big Daddy Cool is in your face.
Tonight, there will be no mystery guests crashing the party for the Smoking Guns. Billy and Bart plan to remove the mat from under the feet of the WWF Tag Team Champions, Yokozuna and Owen Hart.
Smoking Guns are ready.
Tonight, Razor Ramon has left a special wake-up call for Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and the Roadie. In a special handicap match, the bad guy will take on both.
Say hello to your worst nightmare.
We are great.
Tonight, in an encounter that will rock the house, the creation of devastation, Adam Bomb battles the Mammoth Mabel in a King of the Ring qualifying match.
Deal with the Bomb Squad.
Everybody's beware.
And finally, tonight, the Hitman Bret Hart has sent eviction notices to 2 unwelcome guests. The Hitman will battle not only the modern-day kamikaze Hakushi, but tonight, in a separate match, he plans to slam the door shut on Jerry the King Lawler as well.
Jerry Lawler, you will be going straight to the outhouse.
Also tonight, one lucky winner will become the proud homeowner of this luxurious country club dwelling in Orlando, Florida. Maybe that lucky someone is you. So sit back and enjoy the family hospitality the World Wrestling Federation delivers in your house.
The best bit is Sid just sort of laughing. So it ends with Todd building the giveaway to a house. That is the main thing. It builds to that. Don't forget, we're giving away a house. This is taking place in Syracuse as well. Now I wonder if anything might happen on the evening of this.
The evening?
Well, I'm assuming this is where Sean got a whooping.
He wasn't there, was he?
He wasn't there because he was injured, but I think...
He's got to be around then, hasn't he?
He was
Did he get beat up by the sailors?
Yeah.
In Syracuse?
Yeah. He got beat up by some sailor boys. Oh dear. Oh God, I couldn't believe this when I said him.
Doc.
You know where I was going. Doc Hendricks on commentary.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Jesus Christ.
Doc.
Ah,
Yeah, well, Lawler's in a match, so they're going to have Lawler. Who's left?
I'd have had Lawler. I would have had. I'd have got bloody. How much does this guy weigh? As it would be.
You wasn't going to have Doc.
Doc's terrible. It's Mother's Day in America. We may hear that again. I love Doc's build though. In your house.
Modern day kamikaze Hakushi in your house.
Vince just looks confused, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What have I done?
I don't think these two mesh very well.
Two.
Like Vince don't know how to fucking cope with Doc.
Well, Doc don't know whether his face or real.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Shinja. Oh, Shinja, should I say, not Shinja. Shinja brings out the modern day kamikaze, Hakushi. Its theme. Let's talk about Hakushi's theme. I mean,
I like it.
It's very good, isn't it? It's very
Two
good.
podcasts in a row with that Hakushi.
And even though between them there's about 13 years,
He looks the same.
He looks pretty much the same. Maybe a tiny bit chunkier in...
He probably put on some muscle in...
I was going to say, he looked a little bit smaller this time.
But, I mean, he doesn't look like he's
10
aged
years
much.
apart.
It's
Or
unbelievable.
12 years apart, and he don't look any different.
And, I mean, his gear, his entrance, it does feel like WWE stumbled on booking a Oriental character right,
Yeah.
and then gave up.
Turn him face! Got a bid man there.
But it felt like The Undertaker, didn't it? Let's face it, the slow entrance, the hat.
It's weird that Vince Day look at him and think, well, there's money here, obviously.
Yeah, and he is slightly smaller than Brett, and I think he likes his heels to be big. But he weren't like tiny compared to Bret. I mean, he was around the same size as Bret.
Did you know what the dark matches was before this?
That was after it, weren't they?
There was one before it and about 3 after.
Was it Jean-Pierre Lafitte?
Hang on, let's get.
I know the ones after, but we'll reference them at the end. So tell me the
one before.
The 1, 2, 3 kid, I think.
Well, he was on the phone when he busted Nick.
yeah.
It was Jean-Pierre Lafitte beat Bob Holly.
I'm glad we day watched that.
Classic.
And the time was not specified.
However, shut the house.
There was 3.
What a way to get them hot.
Pull the curtains. Draw the curtains. I don't want to watch that.
Get out of my house.
Todd rocking an amazing haircut. I mean,
Oh,
that mullet is the weirdest looking mullet. It's curly at the back.
It looks like he's got normal short hair and he's just stuck long hair on the back. Like, the wigs you can get.
Yeah, he does look like Rodney Trotter when he had that little ponytail wig. It's ridiculous.
I'd better give Mister in your house.
I know, yeah. Bret does cut an half decent promo putting over Hakushi, but and this is a trope of this whole show. He has to end it with wishing his mom
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Vince, the Hakushi music is playing, but nobody in Syracuse hears it. I hear in back of me the chant of "We Want Bret," the Hitman, the excellence of execution, ready to go to the ring for the first of 2 matches here tonight. Bret, how you feeling?
Well, I just want to say one thing. Hakushi's a great wrestler, and the fact that he's undefeated says it all. But the fact is, he has never, ever faced anybody like the excellence of execution. I'm determined to go out there and prove one thing, that I still am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Now, for the Hitman, I just want to say one thing. I've dedicated this match to my mother. Jerry Lawler, you're next after Hakushi. And I just want you to know one thing. My mother's at home. She's watching, and she's got one thing in mind. I'm going to tear you apart. Happy Mother's Day.
I'm a face.
He does get a big pop, though, in fairness. I mean, after sitting through Jean-Pierre Lafitte, Bob Holly, I suppose you're desperate.
It's a start.
Thank God you're here. There's nothing else.
Although his gear looked like half of it hadn't been finished.
Yeah.
With
no,
the black things in it.
The outline, but the one.
You can't go yet. You can't bugger off.
So yes, there's a nice headlock to start us off as Bret allows Hakushi to shine with cartwheels. We go into a peanut spot and we have some nice reversals on an armlock. There is a little sloppy spot which leads to a shoulder tackle by Hakushi for a 2. Bret rolls up Hakushi for a 2, and you can feel straight here, this is when I put it, there's just no chemistry between Vince McMahon and Doc Hendricks.
No.
Like, they don't mesh at all, they don't even play off each other. And Doc doesn't know whether he should be taking the piss out of Vince, whether he is a face. He's a face when he's doing the selling, isn't he?
He's a face when he, backstage and when he does, Bret cutouts, watch you sleep, and all that stuff. But when he's on commentary, for some reason, he's heel.
Yeah, it is.
I don't really get it.
It is strange, because he's basically very pro-Hakushi in this match.
Yeah.
Hakushi botches a leapfrog spot, and Bret lays in an elbow and throws Hakushi to the outside. Doc just sort of cheerleads, but I'm not sure why. Bret takes a front bump into the corner. He loves that Irish whip. I mean, I know we keep saying it, but it's unbelievable how much he just runs until he stops. It's just unbelievable.
It'd be funny if he did like a scream as he did it.
Lawler watches on a little TV in the back. I'm not sure whether he's watching or not, though, because he's just sort of gurning. And,
he's very happy at something.
Yeah.
What are you watching?
It is unfortunate. Oh, no. Oh, God. It is unfortunate, though, because we don't really get a clear shot of probably the best move in the match, which is the moonsault by Hakushi. He does a Bronco Buster and gets heel heat. Doc repeats the tagline, "In your house, in your face."
In your face, in your house. Watch you sleep. Next Doc. You ain't got to shill it now.
Yeah, we're here now.
We're here now. Shut up.
Oh, dear. Hakushi sends Bret to the outside, and Shinja lays in kicks. And God, he jumps high when he kicks, doesn't he? He's like a proper little kangaroo.
This is my moment. We have this moment.
Shinja was in the Orient Express.
He looks like, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was the first one.
The first one before they got Kato.
Yeah.
I think that, I'm pretty sure.
What was his name?
I can't remember his name, but I'm sure it was.
Well, he looked
Akio, wasn't it? Sato,
Sato, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had like a big old bit. I'm sure it's him.
He was a little dumpy man.
Yeah, got rid of him and then put Paul Diamond in a mess.
That'll do.
But then two was tag partners in the AWA, wasn't it?
Yeah. Shinji distracts and allows Hakushi to choke Bret, and then the spot is reversed with Shinji using the ropes to choke Bret. Hakushi hits a handspring elbow in the corner, which China steals and turns into a woman's move. Bret feeds the comeback and takes a huge top rope headbutt. That's his finish, isn't it? As far as I was aware.
The praying headbutt thing.
Well, he obviously when we watched him in All Japan, he just sort of does the drop one, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But here he's doing a proper bouncy one. But he does it. He's a beautiful headbutt.
He flies.
But Bret survives the kick out. He tries to do a similar headbutt spot from the apron, springboarding, but misses. Bret is up. He lays in punches. Russian leg sweep. Bulldog gets an earfall. Backbreaker. Bret elbow. Sharpshooter is called for, but Shinji is up to distract. Bret stops Hakushi Pearl Harboring and clotheslines.
Japanese!
And clotheslines him, flipping him over. Shinji trips Bret, so Bret suicide dives onto him.
I'm diving on it.
I mean, the suplex outside's a really cool spot as well when they both follow.
I don't get that when they was moved out. Why in the camera they just panned to Vince and
Yeah.
Jock looking at him?
Jock looks so confused. What are you doing?
I'm sure Vince must have turned his thing off and going, tell the camera to get off.
Well, folks, so what's happening?
You're fired.
There's a beaut of a springboard moonsault to the outside. They did hype that as well in the promo package because he did it from the Mean Gene podium, did he?
The Mean Gene podium.
Well, where he used to always
that big box.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
But yeah, he hits it onto the outside onto Bret. Back inside, Bret rolls through on a German suplex attempt and just gets a 3.
That'll do.
Yeah. Pyro. I do like this though, Bret. You know, he's never ever got injured before doing this.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
No wonder he got that role in that Western.
that got cancelled.
Lonesome Bret. But he dives out and sells that he's hurt his knee, which is basically...
Oh, my knee! Do. I think I've twisted my knee.
Limping him out in the back.
It's a story arc throughout the evening at the very least. But yeah, that's Hakushi versus Bret, match 1. Jack, thoughts?
I could have done with a better finish, maybe, than just a roll up. But I think it's a very good match. There's a couple of sloppy things at the start, but once they got going, it was fine.
Yeah.
Hakushi's a star. I don't know why WWE never saw
I
that
think
at
Bret
this
bought
point.
him in, didn't he?
Well,
Wanted to
I know
work
why you
with
want
him.
He needed someone to work with.
Instead of working with people who are shit. But yeah, I thought it was a really good match, as you would have expected between these two.
Yeah.
Just could have done with probably about. He could have been with a sharpshooter, really. I don't think.
Yeah, the only issue, I suppose, is that they want to keep him strong, so they don't want him to submit.
1, 2, 3 kid at SummerSlam.
But I would have preferred. It just didn't. If that was going to happen, it would have been better with Hakushi completely dominant. But they sort of slowed that, let him do his comeback, then sort of turned it again when Hakushi did the moonsault outside, and then did the roll up. Yeah. It just felt like if they'd have structured the match slightly differently, it wouldn't have felt just as so out of place. But I agree with you, Jack. I thought, you know, the ending aside, it was a really good match, and both of them mesh very well.
Yeah, really good.
Really good.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. Really good match to finish. Yeah, I can understand why they did it, but it could have been better, I suppose. I just thought Hakushi, for some reason, I thought he could have been a bit quicker. I don't know why, he seemed a bit slow to me.
I think he'd probably been told to slow his pace down when he'd come into WWE and gone overboard, maybe, in terms of slowing down.
Well, this is probably one of the longest matches as well.
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, the next one might be longer.
Let's have a look. I think it is.
I thought it was the longest match.
I know the first two and the longest.
I can tell you the shortest.
Yeah, well, I know the shortest, but I mean, this felt... Well, it didn't feel
This
long.
was 14 minutes 39 seconds.
And was it the longest?
Yeah, it was the longest.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. The next match was 12 minutes 36.
No, we'll get to it. Jerry Lawler interrupts Todd pimping the WWF line, which is basically we will never use the women's champion. She's on the
just get on the phone.
Lawler wants to face Bret now, and then he gets scared basically when Todd says, "Well, he's coming here with me," and he goes,
Oh, fuck it.
run away. Stephanie is out by the entranceway. We see an armoured vehicle bringing up the male entrance for this house giveaway.
Why do we need to see it when they're
Exactly. What a waste, especially because there's certain matches in this card that don't quite get the time they need. And when watching, we could have done without that.
It's a house.
No, I mean, I know I'm going to give away a house, and I don't mind that bit, but why do we need to wait 2 minutes to see a fucking thing on the Titan
I'll
truck?
tell you now, they don't have that many entrants.
No chance. No chance.
Vince from Connecticut. You won't want that.
Big, massive box full of it. No way on earth did that many people write in for that house.
No chance. Not a chance. Double J is out as the 1, 2, 3 kid calls in. He said he's sad to miss out and cuts a really crappy, stuttering promo. I don't understand this because it must have been live, I assume, that he called in because they could have edited. That was a really bad promo by the kid. Like,
They hang up. Do it again. Bring us back. Do it again.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I just want to say Happy Mother's Day.
oh God, piss off.
Happy Mother's Day. Thanks, Razor.
Oh yeah, we'll get to him in a minute. Jeff has a really cool flashing hat and glasses. I mean, that's the best bit about Double J in it. Let's face it.
He's really over the top and he knows it.
Oh yeah, he's a gimmick on. He's the DDP of this company. He's a gimmick on top of a gimmick on top of a gimmick.
You are a gimmick.
Razor is interviewed by Vince. He cuts a nice promo putting over how it's been 2-on-1 since for a long time, but much the same as Bret's promo from before, falls off a cliff because he has to say,
Individuals at one time, is this not the very first handicap match you have ever had?
Maybe the first one that's been advertised, but it's been 2-on-1 since day one. The roadie has proved he wants to play with the big boys. Well, Chico, now you get your chance. And kid, I know you're listening, man. You don't let me down. You don't worry about nothing but getting that neck well. Double J, roadie, I don't care about your gold, man. This time, it's personal. You going down for me and for the kid and Mama Ramon. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to Mama Ramon. For God's sake, Razor, you're supposed to be the cool one here. Stop fucking thanking your mum.
I hate my mother.
Yeah, he's cool. We get behind him. Just why? He heads out. I mean, we always say it, but God, he just looks like a star, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And the yellow gear as well. I do like the yellow gear.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. And he's got the best pyro on the show as well. So yes, it is a handicap match. Double J, which is the IC champion, I think.
Yes, he is.
With the roadie. I think this is probably his first pay-per-view match.
It's his first match, apparently. I think they reference it.
I think it is because he's in the King of the Ring.
They say it's his
Is he?
first time wrestling.
Yeah, he gets to the quarter. Well, he qualifies.
first
He
round.
beat Doink, I think.
Double J and Razor start us off as Vince tells us that the title isn't up for grabs here.
No shit.
Thanks, Vince. Rowdy distracts Razor and Double J jumps in, but he eats a few big right hands. Razor hypes the crowd up a bit, and Double J sends Razor into the turnbuckle, but flops on a drop kick attempt and his clothesline to the outside. Did you get it? It might have been me because I was listening, but the idiots just grunted every time everyone hit anyone. It literally, as soon as there was a punch, I'm going to go, brrr! The crowd, honestly, watch it back and just listen to the matches. I'll splice it in.
That might have been your cat.
Double J don't need the roadie to win. Oh, really? Hard right hand, you might.
The other one.
Could have been. Yeah, every time that he saw Razor attack, he
Or
was
somebody was playing Raw or Raw Rumble.
It honestly, it was terrible. Yeah, it did sound like that. It was awful.
Maybe it was Sarah.
It could have been. Yeah, it just annoyed me. Rowdy axe handles Razor on the outside. There's a nice insecurity by Jeff, but he's caught in the fall-away slam. Rowdy stops the pin, gets in on the 2. The green-looking Rowdy is in clothesline and lays in multiple elbows. He does a stupid dance thing, which and then tags out. Trading near falls, but Jeff downs Razor with another clothesline and tags Rowdy back in. I do like the psychology, though, to be fair, the handicap sort of stopping Razor's comeback. Every time he sort of just gets a bit of offense, it's stopped again. Well, one thing I'll never understand now, obviously Scott Hall's passed away now, so we can't ask him. Why did he always attempt to do the Razor's Edge right near the ropes?
I thought every time he does that, he's always dropped over.
Well, yes, he's dumped to the outside. Rowdy hits a clothesline from the top onto Razor on the outside. And I think at this point, Vince turns into Gorilla from King of the Ring 94 and just starts ignoring Dr. Tricks. He's just fed up with him. Does he appear, because you would have watched the run, does he appear on any other pay-per-views?
He's on SummerSlam after the
I think
Lawless.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't main event, do we? I think.
We watched it.
I think he's the commentator at King of the Ring with Vince again. I think it's these two again.
God help us
I
all.
think he does in Your House too, which is in between, or after.
It's after,
Yeah,
because they're building main event for King of the Ring, which this is the same main event.
Yeah, oh
The
God.
3.
Oh God! Razor once again builds heat, rolling through a top rope crossbody, but gets a 2. Double J regains control, but crotches himself on the middle ropes. There's double noggin, and both men are down. There's no hot tag, so it does feel a bit confusing to that spot where they did the double noggin, and Razor's got no one to tag.
Oh, that's me! I gotta get up myself.
He just whacked the turnbuckle.
Yeah, we did see Razor's attempt of just putting "kid" on his boot, which
The tape thing.
he wrote "kid" on the boot.
I thought it said clicker originally, but then
the tape.
Yeah, Vince.
Referenced it on
and
commentary.
you can see it
He had a little bit of tape.
peeling off.
Razor back suplex Jeff, and both are down again. There's a weird looking Bret Hart knee drop for a 2. That was where Rowdy looked like he was a bit green, because the knee drop, I don't know what it was really. But he did get the 2. Razor face plants Rowdy after a chin lock, and Rowdy makes the tag. Razor has the crowd completely backing him as he whips Jeff into the Rowdy. Bret Hart back suplex, onto the Rowdy by Razor. Jeff attacks the knee though. Jeff is kicked into the Rowdy on a figure 4 leg lock attempt, which bumps the Rowdy off the apron. Razor does stagger, but eventually does hit the Razor's Edge for the win and a big pop. Now, the aftermath. I love this bit. Jeff saves Rowdy after the bell. Yeah.
I'm not confused.
I couldn't believe it. He does lock in the figure 4 leg lock, but out is Aldo Montoya. I mean, unbelievable.
But everybody has a Portuguese and the Cubans get
Well, he rallies. He does clothesline down Rowdy, but when Jeff gets up, that's him done. He's sent back in.
Oh, God.
And then
Doc Hendricks, proper very.
Oh, yeah, because of that jock. That was it. He knew he was dead. He knew he was dead.
That's him done.
Yeah.
I don't think Vince had to go. I don't think it's an athletic sport.
Yeah, Portuguese man, a walker.
It's a jellyfish.
Somebody now who Vince isn't sure of is in the ring.
He looks familiar. He was Quang.
Yes.
He was on Superstars.
He's on fire. He clears out.
Oh my
Double
God,
J
it's Quang.
and the Rowdy. Vince and Duff play off that this is some random fan, and the police have to deal.
Should have done the fist. Oh my God,
That's the way it should be if it's you. I mean.
Yeah. That bit worked quite fine. I mean,
AEW that have gone, oh, it's summer. He was in Freddie Puerto Rico. It was TNT. We all know who he
as he was running down the aisle, then I've gone, Savio Vega is AEW.
That was the one thing I thought, really, why have you taken him to the back? Why not?
Well, that was what I thought as well. It did make me laugh. I just thought, well, if you get arrested, you obviously go through that house thing.
Get back, you go out.
So, yes, that's the handicap match. Sam, sorry, I'll start with you.
I really like the match. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
You could tell Rowdy was, but it helped him, I think, doing this. as opposed to just having him one-on-one. So let's book him in the King of the Ring to win about 3 matches.
Well, he can look strong in this match, purely because he's got Double J as the foil as well.
Yeah. He looks like he is going to get better, and
yeah.
Well, I really liked the psychology of it.
Yeah.
As I say, with the cut off for Razor and stuff. So
I was the same. I actually thought it was better than the Bret Hakushi match purely because I like the finish. I think it's the logical booking to keep Razor strong for his IC title thing, even though you could argue, you know, it weakens slightly Double J that he's lost in a handicap match. He's Double J, he's shit-eating heel anyway.
Yeah, it don't matter if he loses.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose you could have argued maybe get the pin on the roadie rather than Double J, but even that, you know, plays into Razor's quest for the gold. So yeah, I can't really criticise anything until they sacrificed Aldo Montoya, which they didn't need to do. They could have just done Savio save him. Why did they need to bring Aldo out to just go, this guy's useless?
Oh God. Who's the lowest on the baby base?
I didn't like that bit. I thought, just, if he ain't going to save him, don't send him out at all.
Because obviously you always see the crowd look to the left and you hear him cheer, and I thought, okay, this must be where Savio turns up. They want to throw Aldo Montoya. What's he doing here? I want to get on the pay-per-view.
Jack?
Yeah, I enjoyed it as much as you two, I think. I don't mind it, but I don't think it. There was bits where it felt flat. I don't really, you know, when Razor was doing the both down.
Yeah, I could have done with that spot out.
But I'd have probably liked it more if there was both in the ring in the day after tagging. But the fact that they always did the jump in so they couldn't, you know, he couldn't build up a comeback or build up his momentum did make sense. But there was bits of it where it took me out of the match and it felt a little scatty, shall we say. But I enjoyed it for the most part, but I thought it could have been better.
Fair enough.
So Abby.
Yeah, there you go. We'll take that. Can't believe it. 1995. Here's Fat Jack Tunney. Can't believe this. Where did Jack Tunney?
Oh yeah, bloody Jack, funny Jack. Who's the bloke with it?
I don't know.
With his weird
I think his name is Sharky. I think
Eddie Sharkey.
Eddie Sharkey.
Oh, he was an old trainer. Or
yeah, I think.
Wrestler?
I'm sure he was a radio. But Jack Tunney being on camera in 1995 through the.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. He when does he go now?
It can't be long after.
I think it's before SummerSlam, and then Gorilla. Instead.
Jack Tunney telling Lawler that he can't have his match right now. That's just amazing. We get a hype package for Sid. He does do a good job though, putting him over as
it's
like.
Just like he's dying for him.
Yeah, it is a
really.
It is a bit, but it does put him over as a credible threat.
And Mother's Day. Sid.
And then we
That's
go.
what all the moms want. Sid promo package.
He's the mom's favourite, isn't he, Sid? We go to Barry Dudensky, who starts selling merch. Did
you hear it? One size fits all. Extra long. It doesn't fit everybody.
Well, you can wear it, but you'll just look sad.
Yeah,
when it's one size fits all, it's extra large.
On the front, but it has printing all over on the back. The shirt comes in one size fits all. It's somewhere around an extra large.
It's a bit really.
It's all right. It fits you.
Barry Dudensky.
It's a crap shirt, though.
Oh God!
There's too much on that shirt.
Have you watched Reliving the War? Sorry.
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
And he's always on Raw. This Barry Dudensky. Always on it. Really.
Yeah. They had him in the crowd all the time, shilling his and Sean's shirt, Diesel's shirt, all the time.
But the thing is, though, Don West is alive at this point. I'm just saying.
No, it should have been Doc. Bret Hart, won't you sleep?
No, it should have been. It should have been Don West because you would have bought that.
I would have
shirt,
bought it,
even if he was a little man.
One size fits all in your image.
He'd have gone, well, Don West told me. Can't believe him. Oh,
like a tent.
What did it
really make me laugh when
Oh, God.
one size fits all.
It's extra large. though. It might be smaller.
Oh dear.
Go fit all lying. What's his name again?
Barry
Dudetsky with a name like that. You fucking liar.
So, we're on to our very first King of the Ring qualifying match for the
Get
1995
this over
King
with.
of the Ring. Well, I do. Mabel is out with Mo. He looks fucking huge, doesn't he? Absolutely fucking massive.
Mabel, Mo.
Mo's big, isn't he? Yeah.
He's
Don't he feel like he's bulked up?
Mo's quite big, yeah.
Yeah, he chunks up a bit.
You always think he's tiny. It's because he's been
Well,
made.
he is made.
But he has put on a bit of timber, shall we say.
Yeah.
I think he still wrestles in the Indies as Sir Mo.
Does he?
Yeah.
Living this gimmick.
I feel like we're just reviewing this period because coming up, obviously, we're going to be doing the life of Brian. And out next is Adam Bomb. He's a face. I ain't sure about Adam Bomb as a face.
Oh, he's got a great promo. Pyro.
Oh, the fart promo.
Not pyro. Little pose, and then there's just a puff of smoke.
Nothing really happened.
Look at that! It's a bomb! Where's the bomb in? Puff of smoke? Looks like it stinks. He looks green. He can't even walk properly. He just looks green when he walks.
It never got better, did it?
And according to him, he was going to be the Inter.
You will never pick this up.
And he was going to be the ringmaster.
He no, he can't wrestle.
I heard that.
He cannot wrestle. That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
because there's the concept art for it, and he was going to be ringmaster.
Did he not debut
Before
like 2
them
years
brought him in as Adam
Yeah,
Bomb.
that
I
he
know-
was either ringmaster or Adam Bomb.
He debuted
So Austin
2
could
years
have been
before, though, or a year before.
year or two
Ringmaster.
before.
93, was it? I think he was.
Adam, yeah. Well, I
2
think
years before.
they must have just had.
Well, he, that's one of the things Austin said is that he had that for ages.
ring-
It's
the
an
ringmaster.
idea he wanted to do,
Yeah, that.
and eventually
He never signed anybody who could wrestle.
basically kept bringing in Mabel. He can't call him ringmaster.
Behind that big T-Rex head, there's a safe with a bit of paper with all gimmicks, and he crosses them off when he won.
I've done the rooster.
Rooster's gone, there's a barber, plumber, there's a clown, and a ringmaster.
There ain't a lot left.
No, oh dear. So
You're a bomb.
it just seemed weird though that he went from we'll make you this like ultra fighting machine ringmaster. Actually,
You survived
an
the
atom
bomb.
You're radioactive now.
Radioactive man.
That's what he is, basically.
Oh dear. He has got a really good look though. You can't knock his look.
You look at him and you think, well, he's going to be good.
Money,
And then
yeah,
the
he
bell
looks
rings
money.
and you think, well, yeah.
Even though he had big tattoos on his
He's
head.
2
He
years.
couldn't hide it.
Yeah, 2 years he's been in the company.
You've
and
been
he's
here
got
for
no
2 years, and you're still not any better.
Well, not only that.
But the roster's too thin, so he's staying on it.
Yeah, we will be watching more of his career, but I'm sure his career started in like 1990, 1991 in WCW.
Yeah, because he had
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, we'll be back to
as the
that.
Night Store.
So
Good name.
he's about 5 years into his career. He looks
yeah.
green as fuck. It's like Mabel's carrying him through this match.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
Mabel carrying him.
So Mo gets in, and he gets in
Hello,
out of Mom's race. Gets decked, but Mabel uses this to his advantage. He charges Adam Mom in the corner, but then misses the next one. There's big right hands and a running shoulder tackle, which sends Mabel to the outside. Slingshot clothesline by Bomb, which gets a 1. The top rope clothesline.
Call him Bob.
Mr. Bomb.
Mr. Bomb, innit? There's a top rope clothesline, which also gets a 1. Mabel does his fabled spin
I'm
kick.
going to fall over.
Falling over.
Getting out of bed.
And then Adam Bomb is caught on a dive into a falling slam. It's very believable that he wouldn't get up after it. And it's a 3 count. Mabel, progressives, what we're saying, about a minute and a half, was it? Something
1
like
minute 54.
1 minute.
You'll be
54
surprised to know this
seconds.
is the shortest
You
match of
joke.
the show.
Don't know what to say, really. I really don't know what to say. I'm not sure either of them well, they're just not in the right position.
He just
On the card. It just it got Mabel over, I suppose, in terms of dominant, and Adam Bomb's big enough that it put over Mabel as a credible threat. But where's Adam Bomb fall on this card at the moment? Now you've just turned Sean face, so you've got Sean, Bret, Razor, and Diesel and Taker as five main
your five main faces, and the sixth one you'd probably say is 1, 2, 3 kid. That's basically.
And they've just brought in Savio. I mean, I think Aldo, as he was running down. He was number 7.
He was the top heels, really.
Well, that's my point.
So you got Bammer and all.
Bam's
Bammer's higher now. So you probably got Sid to Tonka. But this is my point.
Sid to Tonka and Jeff.
So I understand why they're turning Mabel. But say what you will about Adam Bomb. He could have just existed on the heel side. At
I think he's a heel gimmick.
Yeah, fourth or fifth heel. Just to build up Sean or put over Bret.
I think it was because he had merch. He had them bomb things.
The kids loved it. The kids
loved playing with bombs.
Throw it out.
You can throw the bomb. And it's like,
but blow up. The thing is though, if Vince had have had enough foresight to sell...
blew up by Adam Bomb.
I think Mabel was blew up by him.
The thing is though, if Vince had the foresight to sell those little Hakushi hats... The kids and they love them.
Vince would have sold them at all.
Oh, Jack.
Well, I think it was too long to be a squash. But
You can't say it was too long.
It was too long to be considered a squash
I think
match.
it was.
It was short enough to be a squash match, so it was in that weird. What is this?
We've got 1 minute 54 on the card. Book a match.
It was pointless, really. They need to be on here.
No, it couldn't.
Obviously, the right man wins.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Unfortunately, he wins the whole thing.
I don't think Mabel... I know we're trying to get Mabel over, so it doesn't really matter with Adam Bomb. But I don't think Mabel helps him by kicking out at 1 on everything.
No, yeah, it
give him a
2. Yeah, it's a top rope clothesline.
If you can kick out at 1 and everything, and then give him a 2, at least then it's he's worn me down a bit. But it was pointless, but it was the right winner.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they did it. They could have got rid of this and put the minute on.
I can't help but think, I know I keep going on about it, but I can't help but feel for Diesel. It would have been better if Adam Bomb was the heel going in and won the King of the Ring. Because what the hell is Diesel going to do with Mabel? That's the thing. You must know that.
Well, you got three pay-per-views before, which shows you that it don't work with a big man.
No, Jesus, we see this time and time
you need
again.
somebody who can work with.
You know, he probably would have been Tatanka.
Yeah, probably would have been. Just give him.
You actually not rebooking yet.
Oh, gee. Yeah, so, man, this was hard. This is one of the hardest rebookings because they have flipped the roster.
Yeah, and it's only 2 hours.
2 hours?
Sam's just bushwhack a bush.
No, I've booked an old face.
He's definitely got a battle royal in there.
No battle royal. No battle royal. We've only got 2 hours.
Yeah, thoughts on the squash?
Well, he just was what he was. That is literally what had been out. Was what it was.
I mean, Meltzer said that it was a terrible match and was the worst match on the card. I'm not convinced. I mean, I don't...
What did they do that offended me?
It
just existed.
Other than it probably shouldn't have been on the card. Yeah. It was terrible.
That was awful.
I mean, the way did it. I tell you what, the technique on that spinning heel kick was terrible.
We've had 6 moves. Of course, shit on them for that.
To be fair, Adam Bomb nearly landed on his face, diving over the rope. I saw that and went, oh,
what do you expect from Adam Bomb and Mabel? That's not what I thought I was going to get.
It is fascinating that this match existed in a pay-per-view, though.
This should have really been one of the dark matches.
I think
there's another qualifier as a dark match.
Oh, yeah, but they were filmed for Superstar.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. Then you could have just shouted this on Superstar.
You do see the ring apron sort of come away, and it's basically
they always did that. They had like 4 or 5 at one point. We'll watch the 10
metal jet.
Raw shotgun. SummerSlam doing it.
So Todd interviews Razor on the Superstar line. Razor introduces Savio Vega, a top fighter for the Caribbean. Savio cuts
who was victorious in the handicap match, and then all heck broke loose in the squared circle. Razor Ramon, try to fill us in, please.
Todd, have I got a scoop for you? Say hello to Savio Vega, one of the biggest superstars from the Caribbean. You know, I don't recognize him at first. Chico, you changed a little.
So that's it, Razor. I can handle myself when I see the double J and the Roddy. Try put the figure 4 on you. That's not my way. Go in there and fight. But nobody gonna mess with Savio Vega, and even with my friend right here, Razor Ramon.
Todd, I fought against this man before, and I gotta tell you, it's good to have him on my side for a change. Gracias, man.
Man, there's no question anything can happen in the World Wrestling Federation. Now we know the bad guy, Razor Ramon, victorious in his match and reunited with an old friend here in the World Wrestling Federation. I understand the Smoking Guns are in the squared circle. Let us take you back to ringside right now.
The Caribbean.
The Caribbean.
He covers a lot of ground.
The Caribbean. Savio cuts a broken English promo, but does get over the union of him and Razor. He does mention that he looks different to when he had last seen him. I think that was reference to Quang.
Where's your mess?
Weren't you Japanese 2 weeks ago?
Todd tells us that the Smoking Guns are on their way out.
Yay! Hooray!
Just to put over how insignificant their entrance is, Jerry Lawler is out, wanting to have his match now. The tag team.
Can you imagine if they went, alright then, Billy, Bart, bugger off for a bit.
Get out.
Go on.
The tag champs are out now as we see Bret icing the knee. Yoko is very big.
Oh, he's fat. What was it? That said 600 pounds.
Oh, I mean, that's one arse cheek. He's got a lot of dimples on them cheeks. I
can't get it. Move in my house with him.
Doc puts
you will stay on the guard.
Doc puts over this being the very first ever pay-per-view that Bret has entered not as a champion and Owen has entered as a champion. And that's got to be right, because this is the first time Owen has entered as a champion.
Yeah, but this was his first title.
Yeah, because it was his first title.
Yeah,
the
only other time he was going to do it with Bret.
He won it with Bret.
Did he win the tag with Bret?
No, he didn't.
No.
He's never won one before.
This was his first one.
Because he was going to do everything Bret did. He was going to win the tag, the Into the World, the King of the Ring. That's
did
what
he win?
He did later on, though, when he was with Bret.
When he was Attitude.
How cool.
Because Weiss, I think.
That led to the Austin neck break.
Yeah.
So, yes, Smoking Guns versus Owen Hart and Yokozuna, which is a WrestleMania rematch.
Yes, because Yoko come back at 90.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. Not Cody Rhodes.
I'll tell you what was a surprise. Yoko starting off with Billy Gunn.
I'm doing what she's done now. And then Owen, you sort the rest.
And I'll have a rest. Yoko staggers on Billy's dropkick. Bart eats a headbutt and Yoko takes a break. Owen sells a press slam by Bart. I mean, Bart looks... This is as good as I've ever seen Bart good, I think. There's a nice dropkick by Bart as well, but a very weak-looking double-team suplex dropkick combination. Owen hits a really nice insecurity. Yoko's back in to hit a big clothesline and pound down on Billy Gunn. Owen recovers from a little rally by Billy and hits a spinning heel kick for a 2. Yoko is sent into the ring post on the outside and Bart makes the hot tag on the inside. Big back suplex and neck breaker combination. Is that their finish? I don't understand.
I think their finish was the suplex dropkick thing that they did early on.
Or I think it's where Bart has them up like in a suplex and Billy does a leg drop. He jumps
the
up
leg
and leg
drop.
drop.
They keep doing these sort of combinations, but he's always Bart's the powerhouse and Billy's the one.
Billy's got a sprint.
Billy's the flyer.
Neck breaker combination, which gets an air 4. Bart crumbles to the outside and Billy decks cornet. Yoko leg drops Bart on the outside. But
he sort of just falls over and sticks his leg out.
Yeah, but we don't quite see it either, really. It's not clean, not really put over. And he rolls him back in, and that's basically it. Owen wins the match.
That'll do.
To be fair, if he did drop his leg on you, you would be like,
oh, that's my point. I mean, my point that I put here is it was passable, but I don't quite understand why Razor got the extra 2 or 3 minutes in that match, which could have been shortened by 2 or 3 minutes. And they didn't have enough time to build anything here. No. It was like there was no heat built. No. And then the Yoko spot is you've got to get over the fact that Owen wins the match based on Yoko winning the match. That's got to be the story, because then Owen's a shitty heel.
Yeah.
Who's
getting his ass kicked.
But they didn't really put over Yoko's leg drop. It's like the commentary team didn't even know it happened.
What?
And it just didn't feel like it had enough time. And if you ain't going to have enough time, don't put it on. I'd have rather have saw 3 or 4 more minutes of Mabel versus Adam Bomb.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
Maybe not.
I'd rather see Yoko's arse than this. I wouldn't want Billy Gunn, Mr. Astor.
So there he is.
No, that's an ass you can
You
shove.
can shove it, but Yoko's there.
That's
You can sculpt that. Jack?
Yeah, it felt too short. It didn't feel like it really ever got going.
No.
Smoking Guns looked quite good, to be fair, in their little moments.
That was probably the top tag team.
No,
tag team all day at this point.
Well, how many
or the only
I
tag
just
team.
kept going back to
At this point, outside of those two, who were the other tag teams?
You got Luger and Bulldog.
Luger and Bulldog.
And you got
Your
the Blue
favourite,
Brothers.
The Blue Brothers.
Am I right in saying that the Bulldog and Luger get the title shot at the next in
Yeah. Because I think on the house show was where we took the piss out of Luger by saying he wants to press him, and he was like dead weight, so he couldn't pick him up. So Bulldog tagged him in, and he was doing all that.
That was brilliant.
That was like sandbagging Luger. Bobby Bulldog would be flying about.
That's the bloody showing off with Michael Jordan.
That's amazing.
And
poor Luger.
It was okay tag match. They could have had better build through the match, and they should have mentioned the leg drop. Considering, look, he's the bloke dropping it, and that is one of them. One out say Yoko's seen better days.
Oh yeah, this is slide. He's gone now.
I mean, can you imagine
You're never going to lose weight.
If it was 92 Yoko, that would have been brilliant.
They get him like from Survivor Series to WrestleMania off. And he's come back like this.
You come back fatter.
What the fuck? He walked through and Vince was like, what the fuck?
Get him in a tag team.
For God's sake.
It breaks glass.
Andre all over again.
Leaning on
Operation Andre.
Owen. Come here. You're the only one who can do this.
Jim's been fired again. So, here's Yoko.
Oh dear.
It's a drag around Anvil in you.
He earned his rise to the top.
Yeah.
Todd interviews a very pensive Diesel.
God.
Yeah, geez.
Oh, this bro.
What's your head right now? What are you thinking?
Well, my head's a couple of different places. Number one, it's Mother's Day, and if anybody knows me and knows anything about me, knows my history, I lost my mother right after Christmas last year. So this is the first Mother's Day that I've been without a mom, and you know, it really gives me a chance to reflect on how important this day is. And, you know, even though I lost my mother, I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Well, it certainly has been a rough weekend for you, considering what happened with Henry Godwin, 310 pounds, obviously not directly linked with $1 million corporation, but no question working on their behalf. Got to ask you about the lower back. Physically, how are you feeling?
You know, Todd, it seems like, you know, every day in the World Wrestling Federation, another 300-pound guy comes in the door that's got a lot of ability, and you know, with the world title around my waist, I seem to be a marked man. And Ted DiBiase, you know, went out and acquired him for the night, and didn't work. As you can see, Big Daddy Cool is here, live in the living color, and Sid, 100%, buddy, 100%.
You know, Diesel, you talked about losing your mom, obviously a tough time in your life. And to a lesser degree, friends are an important part of life, too. And I'm sure you've had to rethink a lot of things with Shawn Michaels. Now, tonight is going to be very important. You know Shawn's going to be out there watching. I got to believe that this time it's more than just another title shot for you. It's personal. I mean, you know Shawn's out. Am I right? How you feel about that?
Well, I mean, Sid's got to be stopped, you know, without a doubt. And what he did to Shawn, you know, he's really lit a fire in Big Daddy Cool. You know, he's telling everybody he's the master. Well, I am the walrus, Goo Goo Kachu. Sid, Big Daddy Cool in the house, coming at you, baby. I can't wait. What do we got, about an hour?
About an hour away.
Woo-hoo. Let me tell you something, Sid. You ain't seen nothing like you're going to see tonight. Happy Mother's Day.
Diesel tells us that he lost his mum last year, so he wishes Happy Mother's Day to all other mums out there. Sorry, Kevin Nash, but Jesus Christ.
He then tells even tell himself, he's like, his character's just completely
dying in it. Yeah, he's dying.
It's only me. So that's already dead. I've got another stick.
Right, it's only me. Todd tells us, which also made me laugh. Todd tells us that Henry Godwin had injured his back.
What about Henry Godwin? What about him?
That's basically what he says. Diesel does put him over, and he says that he did.
There's a lot of big men coming after me.
Yeah.
Which basically means all the smaller ones I could work with are all faces.
Yeah. He didn't do the job though, and now Diesel is 100%. Todd moves us on to Sean. Diesel tells us that Sid has to be stopped. And then he says, I am the walrus, cuckoo too.
Amazing, isn't it? That come out of nowhere.
He kind of just loses composure.
Oh, I like this bit. I am the one.
Oh, well, there's no way Vince wrote it. There's no way Vince wrote that bit.
No.
He just went, I'm just going to be fucking...
I'm Diesel or Nash didn't do that a lot.
Yeah,
in some promos, he just throw out random shit.
Random. He shouts and smiles a bit and says, what we on about an hour? 20 minutes? About an hour? This is done.
He basically said, Todd, fuck off.
Yeah. And then he walks off. I mean, it's amazing, but it's terrible.
It's a talk at the moment.
No.
Well, I don't think I agree with you. I think he don't buy this character. He don't buy this version of Diesel.
No.
So
Smiley Diesel.
Well, it's
the eye of the walrus.
The Vince trope at the time, eh? The big baby face must be shaking hands and kissing babies. And
it's
all
so
that.
stupid though, because Diesel just
Well, the
needs
Peter
to be
is-
Brock
He's just
Lesnar.
a
And
cool
he
badass,
needs to be.
It's a good job Austin Day come around now. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, Jesus. Oh man. So Lawler has come to the ring now with his mother. Oh god.
Should we leave this?
yeah.
Should we leave this?
Might just edit this bit out. Liable. She's very young looking. She cuts a very terrible promo saying she wants her son to beat Bret Hart, and then she's going to challenge Helen Hart.
Don't give Vince any ideas.
Well, I mean, I don't want to spoil the ending, but why don't we have that match?
That's coming up next.
Stuart was in there, wasn't he?
You've got to build that. You got 2 more months in there.
Yeah, the promo package is too stretching.
And Brett shows us that it was all a big ruse earlier on, and his leg is perfectly fine.
Oh, what a good actor, Brett.
Oh yeah, when he does the little,
little hop.
I can lightly jog. Cheers, Brett. Fucking hell, look how fit he is.
Brett dominates Lawler, who is shocked.
I can lightly jog, Brett. I'm overweight.
Brett dominates Lawler, who is shocked and plays chicken heel. He's smashed into the guardrails and the steps. Back body drop by Brett as Vince starts pimping the giveaway. That's coming up in a minute. Lawler has recovered and hits a pile driver, which Brett now sells. Not quite as much as Hawk would, but he does now sell.
Or Hogan.
Yeah. Bulldog by Brett and a Brett pile driver now. Doc and Vince bicker over whether or not the lady in the corner is Lawler's mom. Lawler hits a slam and goes up high, but gets a punch to the belly welly. Shinger is back out. He gets caught by the ankle. Oh, Earl. Oh, that. The butt. I love that one. Fucking Earl earned his fucking money. MVP Earl here. Gets caught by his ankle in the rope.
Whoa!
Hakushi is back with a do-rag. He hits a top rope axe handle and then 2 top rope headbutts. Lawler rolls up Brett. A weird looking roll up, but he rolls up Brett nonetheless. Gets a 3 count. Hakushi misses a clothesline after decking Lawler, and Shinger is dealt with. And basically Hart just sort of wanders off.
I lost.
So yeah, Lawler has beaten Bret Hart. I
always thought Bret won. I thought Lawler never won a match, to be honest. I always thought he was just the comedy heel.
Except for over Jake.
Every match.
Well, it's true.
Jack?
Yeah. Don't know, really. I mean, it's a bit of a weird one. It's more like a skit more than a match.
I think you know where it's going to lead to in the King of the Ring. And
Yeah,
it's
they're
sort
gonna
of
have another
can
match.
continue.
Kiss my foot.
I don't know where
Yeah.
the foot comes in.
No, but like
It's just up from the knee.
I do like the fact that they revisited to keep. They wanted Brett to go over Hakushi at the start. That's fine because it's the first match, and then they've revisited Hakushi, and he looks strong because he gets the win for Lawler. Lawler's still a chicken, so he didn't win. I just don't know, especially when you've only got 2 hours.
Well,
like, whether
nobody-
you needed to do 2 matches here.
Who come out looking good here?
Only a
Bret
Kushi, really.
Well, he lost.
And he'd already lost.
He'd already
to
lost.
Earl, probably Earl. I've been checking that.
Shinja got over.
But like the mum bit, like it just didn't. If
Well, that
she'd
never
have
led.
cost him,
Yeah, it never led to anything.
yeah,
there.
if she'd have cost him, I could have kind of understood why they're bothered. But what are they
she's
trying to
just
get
sat
over?
there.
Are they trying to get over that Lawler is a pervert? I mean, how can he get heel heat for being a pervert? Like, I don't know.
We remember 93.
I mean, you booked a stalker as a face, so it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I wasn't too offended by the in-ring stuff, but it just, again, just felt pointless. And the last 3 matches
Oh yeah,
have all sort of fell.
Yeah.
Once you got past match 2, it just died.
Yeah.
This is very similar to SummerSlam 93, eh?
A little bit, yeah,
Where
where
he
it
fought
started.
Doink
Okay.
for
Yeah,
a really
yeah.
good match. And then ended up having to fight Lawler after anyway.
And then lost.
It's just,
as
where's Stu Hart? Not Stu Hart. Bruce. Where's Bruce? This needed Bruce.
Oh,
The thing
God.
I would have said is, Bret should have hobbled down and then revealed when the bell
Yeah,
rang.
even that.
That would have
Yeah,
been
yeah.
a bit better instead of just in the back of an interview. Oh, all right.
He just does the job and jog out as well. It's like, oh, come
Yeah,
on.
so even Bret realises let's just get the.
He could have just beat him quickly by pretending to be injured and then rolled him up or something like that.
Yeah.
And just sharpshooted him, yeah.
And sharp
And I don't
him
think
after
you could have not carried the feud on because it's Lawler, so he'd
I
always
can
want to
always
beat
do
him.
it,
It's
so,
just it never needed to end anyway because it's Lawler because he's going to constantly be on commentary building the feud
Yeah.
with Bret.
To be fair, I think it did carry on until like 97.
Yeah, pretty
until
yeah,
Bret turned heel.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you liked him.
Yeah.
This,
Well, I like
this
you now.
feud was 4.5 years.
So, Sid cuts a promo in between deep breaths. He warns Diesel that time is over for him. He will become a victim.
They say, no, we're live, pal, is it?
No,
It was on
no,
the free
no,
fall.
no. He's on his own, basically.
Oh, he's on his own.
He'll become a victim. Now Diesel has to meet the master and the ruler of the world, and then he repeats ruler of the world!
That was very strange.
Yeah. Oh dear. Doc Hendricks is so shit. He just points between every word. That's my next line. I think from memory they go back to the commentary desk.
Yeah, because
And he keeps pointing.
it's before the
giveaway. innit?
giveaway, so the filling time.
Yeah. We go up top with Todd and Stephanie, who show us the home in Hunter's Creek. Todd and Stephanie get some rakes.
Oh fuck, that was amazing. Todd runs off.
We're going to do this.
Gotta get to the shed or whatever it was, the garage.
Yeah.
Just get some fucking rakes and they get a pop.
Unbelievable.
Rakes got a pop.
Then,
And they don't even fucking do them anyway. They're just like,
yeah, I know, yeah. But then 2 very curly-haired people wander out to sort of...
Oh, God, keep it all.
They hand him the envelope. They give him a mic and he's basically got to say, yeah, it's legitimate. But his voice breaks and cracks. He goes, yeah!
Thanks for that, mate.
Well, he says it works. And Todd calls, but initially misdials. I mean, it's just...
This always happens.
Train wreck.
What happened at SummerSlam 97 with the
train
fucking-
The only thing that didn't go wrong is, thankfully, the people that won was watching the show.
Yeah, imagine if they
That did happen, though. I'm sure there was a
On
giveaway.
SummerSlam 97, where they rang the number for the kid, he goes, are you watching the show? No.
Imagine that shit.
Yeah, because I think Sonny was with him, and he goes, he's not even watching. I didn't have an old competition.
Oh, God. Anyway, he's won the house. I mean, it
Wanted a kid, though.
yeah, it was a kid. He sold it, apparently, pretty much as soon as he won it.
Would
I don't think no
Well,
house.
yeah, fucking living there.
I don't want to be reminded of this.
Fucking Doc Hendricks round every week.
He goes, are you watching? I wish I wasn't.
Oh, God. It was...
Who bought people out of Bob?
It was...
They shouldn't get out of it. Fuck me, this has been awful.
I better win this goddamn house. Bloody
That would
hell.
have been brilliant.
Or the kid, he's actually kid. How do you feel? I'm going to sell it.
I mean, it was just it wasn't as much of a car wreck as it could have been, but in true WWE style,
They never did it
they
again.
just don't know how to do these things.
He loved
right.
it, though, Vince, because he does it all the time.
All the
around
time.
This time.
Literally all the time.
Please watch our show.
Watch
We'll
our
give
show.
you a house.
It's the thing to do.
It's like the $1 million giveaway thing.
Well, I don't get this house thing either, because it's like, well, how can you make money off this thing? Like, you're selling a house.
Well, I can only assume they had to.
Where's your money coming back in?
Well,
Maybe Vince was going to be the landlord.
Maybe you had to.
Well, they must have only had about 20 or something.
I don't know.
They have
He was just desperate for people to watch.
Maybe it was Vince's house and he thought, I got to sell this. or Vince would be the landlord.
No,
You will pay me rent.
Yeah, actually, you won the house, but I live here.
You've won the house and Adam Bomb.
You
You're
can
taking it all.
Any
Oh, God.
superstar from the bottom to be your butler.
Back
Pick out on one toilet.
Back to Vince and Doc, who hype up the upcoming WWF title match. Vince asked Doc if he's going to tell him that Sid is 100% straight.
What? Excuse me?
It's basically that is exactly the line that Vince
Yeah,
says. Are you
I know
going
what
to tell me that he is 100% straight?
I know what he's trying to say, but
I know, yeah.
his words were wrong.
Yeah. Sid in red. He does look good though, doesn't he, Sid?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a star.
He is a
People
star.
love him.
Oh, God, he's brilliant.
Look at him.
Yeah, I mean, he's legitimately mental, isn't he? I mean, he's proper mad.
With his pot noodle end. Look at him.
Diesel heads out to his Roseanne music. Gets a good pop. Sid stands over Vince and he kills the pyro bit for Diesel because we just want to see mad Vince, mad Sid look at Vince.
What was he having to go because he called him Psycho?
Yeah, because he called him Psycho. They're trying to get over that.
Don't
call him Psycho.
But even though I think Gorilla Monsoon called him that in '92.
I think they
did, yeah.
They had same as Psycho Sid.
No, they just called him Sid.
Oh, they did call him
But
Sid.
like, when he come back in '96, he was Psycho
Sid.
Sid.
Yeah. Diesel mocks Sid's blinking and then pushes him down. There's a big clothesline in the corner and big elbows, which is, I've got to be honest at this point, because I know where this match is going to go.
Yeah,
I was thinking this is a good hot start, really good start. Continues the assault on the outside with an axe handle. There's a few short arm clotheslines, then a big old clothesline, but it only gets a 1 count. Big punches now on the outside, and Diesel has dominated the first few minutes. Sid hits a running knee to the spine of Diesel, sending him over the top rope. There's a wild man cheering in the crowd for Sid. Everything that Sid does, this man loves.
Oh, did he hear that?
Yeah, everything he does, he just whoops.
It won't
It's
watch his
amazing.
name, was it Vlad?
Could have been.
Super fan.
Yeah. He dumps Diesel face first onto the apron. Now he sends him spine first into the ring post and then hits a running punt. Big clubs as Vince puts over the back of Diesel being hurt. Sid drops Diesel with clotheslines and taunts the crowd. And now, I think Vince is putting over that Diesel's got a bad back. Sid might have overheard that and thought, I'm going to sit on it for 10 minutes.
Right.
We go into a camel clutch. And the first camel clutch lasts 2 minutes 37 seconds, which breaks. Well, I was just watching when it started to when it actually broke out. He breaks it to a leg drop, and then we go into the camel clutch spot again to do the arm drops. This one lasts 3 minutes 16 seconds, 3:16, and Diesel stops the arm drops. So combined, it's a 6 minute spot.
I told you it was mostly camel clutch.
Unbelievable! Oh God! He rallies.
He's got a great face though, when he breaks it.
Yeah.
Sid is good with his face.
Oh, he sells well. Diesel rallies, but he's chokeslammed one-handed by Sid. Sid does a mid-air cross and teases the powerbomb and fucking hits it impressively.
I don't know, is this where he injures his arm? Diesel, because I'm sure they knacker his arm on the powerbomb.
Oh, I don't know.
Are they playing to that at King of the Ring or the next in your house?
I don't know.
Where they're showing when he
No,
landed.
didn't in the match anyway. I didn't notice there was an
I
injury
think
in the
because
match.
he did
Well, I know he
initially have
started
like a
wearing the
big
thing.
It was some
Probably
other
was,
injury, but
I
I think
don't
that blinded on that. Or...
Well, I mean, Sid's not stupid either because he ain't pinning him.
I'm gonna
It's
take
like,
for
I know he ain't kicking. I know he's kicking out, so I'm going to take 10 minutes before.
So
I
there's an
cover him.
excuse.
Yeah, yeah.
You kick
Do a
out.
camel clutch.
Diesel kicks out. Diesel now sells the corner face plants, the corner charge, big boot, and a power bomb of his own. Diesel has the match won, rather than just giving Diesel the win. Tatanka runs in and causes a DQ.
What the hell are you doing here?
End of show.
Tatanka and Sid work over Diesel until Bammer is out to make the save. Diesel and Bam Bam send the heels to the back and stand tall to end the broadcast. Sam?
The match was okay, I thought, apart from the endless camel clutch. But as I said, why the hell was Tatanka in?
Yeah.
I know it's to build into a very bad tag team match, but out of everybody in the $1 Million Corporation, Tatanka.
You've got a weekly...
Bundy.
Bundy.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got a
Well,
weekly...
Karma, who's around we take it.
Adam Bomb.
Adam Bomb not in the corporation. 1, 2, 3 kid ain't turned yet. So it's
I don't particularly dislike
Everybody
Tatanka running out. Because Tatanka... How long had he turned?
turned 94 SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Is that when he turned? Jesus, he's been a heel for a long old time, he old Tatanka. Maybe, I agree, then fuck him off.
Yeah.
But
What the
yeah,
hell are you doing?
they should have brought out...
IRS?
They should have
Yeah,
brought
should've
out
been
a fake Diesel. That's what they ought to have.
Fake
If they brought out Bundy, I'd have fucking put my foot through the telly.
The thing is, it would have took ages running down the aisle. wouldn't it? I just don't get the idea on your very first debuting pay-per-view within your house,
You build
ending
it to
it
the
in
next.
ending it in a DQ to build to King of the Ring. I know you're already accepting that in your house isn't going to be a big 5 pay-per-view.
Well, it was cheaper.
Yeah, but you have relegated it to a pointless pay-per-view because you could have done this on Raw.
Excuse me.
You really could have. I mean, it just didn't make
Well,
any
nothing's
sense to
happened,
me.
really.
Nothing has happened. It just he had to win.
Somebody's got it out.
Once he's hit that power bomb, he's got to win. He's just got to win.
yeah,
Or
he
don't
should
hit the
have-
power
he should
bomb
have
and,
hit the power
and
bomb.
fucking DQ it early because it just didn't make any sense. This at all.
Nah.
The booking was crap. The match was okay for the first 5 minutes. The 6 minutes in the middle was dire. The last bit, the pace picked up a little bit. Both of them taking each other's power bombs is impressive. It does show that both men can work. The thing is, they probably should just work apart.
Yeah,
That's
11 minute 31 this match.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
6
so
minutes of it.
5 or 6 minutes was camel clutch.
Over half was a camel clutch.
Jesus. The Bret Lawler thing was 5 minutes 1.
Is that all it was?
Yeah.
Jack, do you want to put a bow on that?
Yeah, well, I agree. Started all right, then fizzled out very quickly, and then crap finish because it is a debut pay-per-view. You need a clean finish.
You have to.
And, whether it's babyface or heel doing over, I ain't bothered. As long as there's a definitive, this was important. Now, can you continue buying the ones where we won't make them not important?
Yeah.
But at
Might
least
have
we're
even
full
been-
for a few.
I mean, thinking about it, might have even been better to just let Diesel drop the belt and at
And
least
then win it back at King of the
Yeah,
Ring.
because at least then you're building the fact that he's not all dominant.
And King of the
And
Ring
that-
wouldn't have been as shit.
Well, a face chasing the belt's always better than holding the belt.
Yeah,
title.
exactly. Indeed.
Yeah,
And Sid's definitely
That's what they say
believable.
the difference
Oh,
was.
people love Sid and all.
Jesus, yeah.
Everybody cheers Sid.
At least he's probably the top heel, eh?
Oh,
fuck
no
me, who
doubt.
else is there?
Jesus
Exactly.
Christ. No, I mean,
It has to
Sure,
be
he decided-
Lawler, it has to be
he
second.
decided
Lawler,
that he didn't like softball so much. This was his period that he could have dominated. I mean, he was the only heel, weren't he?
Bob had dropped off a bit. He was
Well,
quite good as a heel, wasn't he? Mental old man Bob.
Right,
What
yeah.
about the dark matches?
Yes, so go on. You want to run us through the dark
so
matches?
the dark
after this,
matches
yeah?
after this, you had Undertaker v Cover, so let's not put Undertaker on this show,
It's crazy, that.
which lasted 13 minutes and 8 seconds. The next match was Bam Bam v Tatanka, so they had to
Oh,
bugger
that
off to then come back from it.
Bama
which
went
then-
over.
Bama won 8 minutes 50 seconds. Ted was managing for both of them, so he must have just taken out the. And the main event was Owen v Bulldog in a King of the Ring qualifier, which
Yeah.
ended in a 15-minute draw.
I can't quite believe the booking of that is that you've sat through the pay-per-view, you got to the end match. The end match is two heels face Were they?
No,
Bulldog
was
was-
sorry.
He was what was his name with arms wide open?
No,
Creeple.
He's another face.
Why would you
It's
put
two.
Taker on last and just
just
clean
protect.
finish,
There's a clean
baby
finish.
face
That didn't
Cesaro?
even clean finish it on the dark matches. Like that's
The sixth
mental.
one off. That'll do.
Just doesn't feel like they even was arsed, and this is the first time it happened.
It's a,
Even though the
they've got
stuff no
Diesel
one
as
saw,
the face champ with no heels, but then that means Taker and Bret have got nothing.
I mean, Commer's got to be in the top 5 heels.
Yeah.
Commer's got to be in his shit.
Whereas if Diesel was the heel champ, he could work with Bret,
Yeah,
which he did as a face and lost to him.
Even
And Taker.
even if you weren't a heel champ, though, I think they've turned Sean, because obviously I know the crowd are buying into him, but you could have just got a few more matches out of Sean and Diesel before you turned Sean, because you built Diesel. And if you think about it, he won the belt just the night after Survivor Series. At Royal Rumble, he win clean. It was a DQ. He won
double
at
DQ.
he won at WrestleMania. This is the third pay-per-view
Finished
defense he's
off.
had, and he still hasn't won clean. And the next one, he's in a tag with Banner.
Against the Tonka.
Do they go over that match though?
I'll have a look.
I think they do, yeah.
I mean, if they didn't,
And then it's
Bam Bam
then
gets
it's
the pin.
lumberjack.
but that's why I half thought they might have put him, put Sid over, and thought, well, at least you've got a legitimate match.
Yeah, and then switch it back.
Oh, anyway, overall, Jack, thoughts on In Your House?
Well, it started okay, and then it quickly died. But thankfully, it wore 3 hours, so I don't have to sit through another hour of shit. It was just,
Yeah.
you could tell at this point they ain't got a roster that really should be doing In Your Houses, if I'm honest with you.
Well, the proof's in the pudding, really. I mean, you wouldn't have wanted to see Bam Bam versus Tatanka in this card. The
Well, just in
Undertaker,
general.
comma, was held off till SummerSlam. You
Well,
possibly
they had
could have
another
shut it in.
dark match, the In Your House after, but this time in the casket.
Yeah, and Bulldog was Owen was already on the card, so it just isn't deep enough at all, is it? the roster?
No.
But yeah, for me, it was a mixed bag, a bit like SummerSlam '93, like you said.
Yeah.
Enjoyed the opening 2 matches, but it just felt
Fell off.
everything after that
Very
felt like
quickly.
it could have happened on Raw.
Don't
Literally,
you do
all of it could have happened on Raw.
that. Go on now,
And
everything's finished.
I just think, I know we're watching it now through 2022 eyes and thinking
This is shit.
1 hour 40 minutes as a pay-per-view ain't long enough, really. Because nothing advanced. Nothing
that's
was
the
built,
problem.
nothing went forward.
If this didn't happen, it wouldn't have mattered.
No, because we was going to go to King of the Ring and get to that point anyway, like.
Well, nothing important happened.
Sam?
Yeah, it was okay to start, and then just very quickly descended into madness. It was just bad.
Right, round table then. So, match of the card.
I'm going to give Bret Hart.
I'm glad someone said it. I went with Razor versus Double J in the Roadie.
I was going to give the handicap match
Yeah.
as well.
Worst match of the card?
I'm going to go with a tag title match.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very surprised that I've gone Sid versus Diesel. I just can't justify not giving it the title match. There's too many things wrong with that.
Yeah, I think I'd probably do the same. It's easy to pick Mabel Adam Barmaid, but that was what it was. So
Yeah,
I would say
exactly.
Diesel Sid. You can't pick Mabel Adam Barmaid, so it's Diesel Sid.
Yeah.
Pointless.
MVP?
Doc?
I mean, Todd did well.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I
Todd. He
fair to Todd.
really sold to that house.
think it's Todd.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Mr.
he
In Your
made
House, that's what I bought
He
him
made
back.
that bit entertaining.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that was the
I
whole point of the show.
I mean, I thought Akushi did well in his match. I think as an in-ring
Yeah.
person, he probably was the one who came out better than when he went in. LVP?
Oh, the commentary.
The Doc.
Either Doc or Diesel, isn't it? I mean, in terms of in-ring, Diesel looks weaker
Yeah.
than when he went in.
Yeah.
And
But you
in
can
terms
tell,
of
I
that-
think he's realised it. Get this fucking belt
Yeah, I
off
don't
me.
want this belt anywhere near me. But, I mean, Doc Hendricks does not elevate your pay-per-view product at all. So, for me, it's Doc. Jack?
Yeah, Doc.
Doc.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Doc all round.
Doc Goose.
So we rebook in your house and try and do it better now. Now I've only done a 5-match card because I've tried to be true to the product and book it as a 2-hour thing. Have you done
6.
similar? 6.
I've got 6. I have got a 7th match, but I can put that as like the pre-show.
Well, as I've got the shortest card, I'll do the opening then. Really, I mean, to be honest, it's very little in terms of rebooking. But what I have done is I've put.
got that you can put off.
Well, I have had to leave Taker off.
I've left him off on purpose.
So I've put purely because I don't think he's in a strong enough feud. But yeah, I've got Bret versus Akushi opener. Basically, if he wins, he gets Lawler at King of the Ring. He wins. Next match, if Razor wins, he gets an IT title match at King of the Ring. He beats Double J and Jeff Jarrett. No,
the Roadie.
Double J and the Roadie. In the handicap match. I've got no problems with either matches. I think they can stay. Third match, if Sid wins, he gets a title match at King of the Ring. Because at least you've got stakes on every match then. So you've got Sid versus Bam Bam. Sid beats Bam Bam. Yoko and Owen versus the Guns. I think you've got to get Alan along the match. That's why I've cut. I mean, it would have only been Mabel and Adam Bob. But I've just added a couple more minutes to the match. And I would put over Yoko as the powerhouse and wins the match. But Owen gets the pin. I think it's important you establish Owen's piggybacking on the back of Yoko's power. And then I've had to put it. I could not think of who could be the credible.
Book to Tom.
I had to put Tatanka versus Diesel. Just because.
It's just somebody you can.
Not
beat
that
him
because
clean.
you can't bump around, but he can beat him clean.
Not with that gun.
He can beat him clean and beat him dominant because Tatanka doesn't matter. So I can just have a 4 or 5 minutes. Diesel beat the shit out of Tatanka, and it ends with Sid facing off with Diesel. Everyone's high for King of the Ring. We're all happy now.
Hooray!
Jack.
Well, 6 matches. I've started with Razor versus the Roadie.
Yep.
For the Intercontinental title.
Who's the champion?
Jeff. Jeff's going to fade an injury, so Roadie's going to have to take his place.
Okay.
Razor's going to win. He's going to celebrate that he's got the belt. But, no! Jeff Jarrett, we can't lose the belt. This has to be him who defends the belt, all this crap. So, actually, give the belt back to me.
Bit of gaga.
We'll fight after that, but, crowd will pop and then I'll go, bastard. And then, next match, Smoking Guns versus Men on a Mission.
Oh my
Mabel
God.
and Mal.
Men on a Mission win, because we've been building Mabel for King of the Ring. And
Do they
no
not
other-
fight each other at the next pay-per-view? Men on a Mission and Smoking Guns.
They might do. There's no other two. Now they fight Razor and Savio, don't they?
Oh, Christ, they do.
Euros
Yeah,
too.
they do.
Yeah.
In Euros
I'm
too.
going to say King of the Ring.
King of the Ring
Mabel's
wins,
in the
obviously,
King of the Ring.
Match 3. Yeah. Well, I've had to put it in this order because I've got to have 2 tag matches back to back. Henry O. Godwin versus Adam Bomb. What a match.
Shit.
Well, you've got to have some shit
gotta have
match.
some
You're
match.
putting over Henry
Yeah,
there.
Is he a
Henry's
King of the
going
Ring
over.
qualifier?
No, just Henry. I mean, he ain't long in. He's been there
No.
6 months for that.
Something like that.
So we'll
yeah.
build Henry.
He
He's
was
ta-
quite a badass heel when he first got
Yeah,
in.
but he used to
It was just a
roll him
big
for some
fuck.
reason, which annoyed me.
He what?
He used to, once he'd done his finish, he used to roll him over like 3
Oh,
or 4
yeah,
with his
I know.
head like that.
Oh,
Like a pig. And it's like, well, you ain't a pig, you're a hog.
You're a farmer. You farm the
But anyway,
pigs.
Henry-
You are not a pig.
Henry beats the Bomb. Match 4,
Who wins between a bomb and a pig?
tag title match. Owen and Yoko versus the Allied Powers.
No.
Well, it's Star Powerade more than anything.
Yeah.
Get some stars on the show.
I'm gonna say.
Stars and Stripes.
You can't lose a bomb.
And the Allied Powers are probably going to win by DQ or
Because
count
he's very heel heavy on the win.
I know, yeah, that's what I thought. So the Allied Powers win by DQ or count out, one of the two, don't remember. Bret v Hakushi. If he beats Hakushi, he's going to get Lawler down the line, and he wins. And then your main event is Sid versus Diesel, but Sid's going to win the belt.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you do it.
And then Diesel will win it back at King of the Ring.
Either you end the feud, and Diesel goes straight over, or if Sid wins and you move him on, or you don't have it at all. Them are the only three options, I think, in terms of the booking.
Right.
Very good. I'm not sure about Henry O'Godwin versus Adam Cole.
Well,
He
you know, I
would've
looked at the roster. I thought, why
There's
not?
got to be some sort of why not?
Why should have had Henry O'Godwin versus Taker and built the feud we all wanted.
The match, the first match, you could have it on like the pre-show dark match. I've just put Sid v Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Because initially they have him on the show, but then I thought, well, Bam Bam's feuding with $1 Million Corporation, who's the biggest one?
Yeah.
And he's the one that you want to build to down the line.
He took a power bomb, didn't he, from Sid Bama, and it was
you
like
saw it on the thing. It was
dangerous
he couldn't get up, so Sid just let him go.
Well, if you ain't gonna get up, mate,
Yeah, I get
you
up,
land
I
on your
ain't
head.
taking
It's your fault.
Yeah. Right. But these ain't really in any particular order, but you can put it in this order if you want. First match, I put the women's title.
Yeah.
Because Alundra
I did
Blaze
think about putting that.
the Bull Nakano, because I'm pretty sure he was still around. Because I don't know if Bertha Faye debuted yet. They sure.
Didn't
sweet
Bertha
I
Faye
know they
won
fought
the
at
belt at SummerSlam? Yeah, her had, because it debuted the night after Raw.
Night
Not
after
after
Raw.
WrestleMania. Because they weren't on WrestleMania, was they? They were supposed to be on WrestleMania.
We did it there.
Yeah.
And then we watched that match.
So, I mean, you could put Bertha Faye here as well.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Maybe have a
I
bit
don't
of a-
mind watching Bull Nakano fight.
Yeah, either or, you know, or you could have Bertha Faye come in and cause a DQ, and then you've got that match built.
Triple
up.
threat.
So, well, you could do that. You never know. The next match I've booked a tag match. You can have this Bret and Bulldog v Lawler and Hakushi.
Yeah.
Because I thought.
Fuck you, Luger.
You wait.
Oh, God.
But I thought, well, you can have this match saying, "Oh, you've got to beat me and Hakushi," thinking because he's got no friends.
Yeah.
If you win, if you win, I'll fight you at King of the Ring or what have you. And then obviously Bulldog can be a surprise partner.
Well, I just heard the news today.
The next match, I would link this. Listening to you also, I think I would link this. It'd be the roadie. I initially put 1, 2, 3 kid, but I put in brackets Savio in case, because I don't know if his injury was real.
I think
or
it was
if
legit. He always had neck injuries, didn't he?
Yeah. So I have put Savio, so you could have Savio debut, say on Raw, and have him fight here. And if Savio wins, then the Razor Jerick match, which I've booked, can be for the IC later on. If Roddy wins, it's non-title.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
Obviously, Savio can win.
Yeah.
You know, but it gives Roddy a bit of a thing because Savio's a good worker. As we saw.
Right, so yeah.
So he's a way of showcasing Roddy, considering he gets to the semi-finals of the King of the Ring. I just realised that. Tag title match, it's the same. Owen and Yoko be the smoking guns. Give him a bit more time.
Yeah.
Because I think they deserve it. IC title, as I said, that would be on the line. I don't know whether to give it Razor now or keep it on Jarrett, and you could.
Does Razor win it back? Sean
wins it in your house too, because that's when Jarrett
Is that
and
when he
Roddy actually leave WWF.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Jerry
walk
left,
out
Roddy
there,
come
but then
back
back by like within 2 months.
Roddy's back a bit, but Jarrett comes back at the end of '95, feuds with Ahmed, and then fucked up. Because I think he was still under contract, so he couldn't do or something. So whether you could put it on Razor now, I don't know.
Right, you could anyway, because if you're going to lead toward. You thought Razor and Sean was for the IC at SummerSlam, weren't
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lad here.
So you could do that. I think I'd put it on Razor. The WF title, I've put Diesel v Luger. I would actually turn Luger because he's at least a big enough star you could have as a heel.
Desperately.
And you could as well bring up like him saying he should have got the shots. He was always, having to fight against it. We got screwed over.
You never
last year.
accepted me.
Yeah, that kind of thing,
Now I've got a plate.
And because to be honest, the Allied Powers, that was okay, but at the same time, them two, kind of, you could have left them.
Oh god, yeah, they're enough.
They don't mesh.
They don't
It's
mesh.
a weird team.
But as well,
really.
Bulldog, he turns heel. That we later on, not on Luger, on
Yeah.
Diesel.
Yeah,
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 And then Luger comes out now.
Luger's like-
so they get beat up by Diesel.
You get just confused.
So, I mean, you could even turn Bulldog later. At least then you've got 3 credible heels: Sid, Diesel, and Bulldog.
Yeah, no, I
and Owen. And there you go. That's it. So, I would have it Luger. You could do something at the end where Sid comes out and beats up Diesel just to build that.
Yeah.
I think I would still have Diesel retain, but obviously you have a bit more of a chance. I think these two did actually feud on the house shows. Diesel said like maybe the year before when he was a heel, that would be their show match with it. So
would be interesting. I don't know whether I've ever seen Luger versus Nash, even in WCW. I can't even remember that match.
Not really. But again, you've got
There's
Luger
a reason
there.
for that.
Yeah.
If you ain't gonna, Luger as a face don't really work.
No, he doesn't.
So I mean,
He's
No.
believable. You believe that people wouldn't like him,
Yeah.
really? I mean,
and at
He's-
least
he's
this
not.
might stop him from going to WCW
yeah.
later. At least if you give him.
Oh no, he's off.
He's probably off anyway, but
Look at
it gives him
Yeah, yeah.
something at least instead of just being really a star. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has quickly fucking fell, really.
Very quick.
Oh, you
So
mean he even like there's
Yeah, irrelevant.
yeah,
anymore.
it really is not relevant on this match.
But you
Yeah, on
don't,
this
and you
card.
don't have to go with $1 Million Corporation, which seems like every other.
Yeah,
match
no,
to do.
you just
Just
kill
leave him
that
on
as
his
well.
own.
Kill that stable. It's useless. No one ever wins in that
Yeah,
stable
just have
ever.
Ted with Seed. I mean, that works. He's like the
Hmm.
mouthpiece for Seed. They'll really need one, but he's a big bench. But at least Luger can be on his own. And
Hmm.
as I say, he's been fighting against the machine for however long. So.
Sounds like a plan. So if you believe that you could have rebooked In Your House 1 and do it better, let us know on our website, which is bettercallcreative.com, on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/BCCpod, or our Twitter, which is @BCCpod. Give us a like and a follow there. We round out the episode, as we always do, with a fantasy card. And as we are celebrating all things In Your House, we have gone back through the In Your House archives to book the ultimate In Your House fantasy card. We have to start with an opener from In Your House history. We have to end.
Oh, I was just picking matches and doing it like a card.
Oh, bloody hell.
Well, I've got one that was an outlaw. I've got two main events.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then. So we're going to do an ultimate In Your House card then. There we
Mine was
go.
an opener.
Because I thought when you said
Yes,
it's like
fine.
reverse these ones, you just pick like this.
I mean, in
your own,
fairness,
you know.
my middle three, I don't know what order they came in.
No,
I did specifically pick an opener, but it's an ultimate
Mine
In Your
might be
House.
IA sure, but
It's an ultimate In Your House card. In Your House, I think, as a tagline, went on to
Backlash '99.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
even further than
It
some
was
Valentine's
28,
Day.
well, there were 27, I think.
No, some Valentine's Day Massacre. That was
That
a
was
Backlash.
20 There was one after that.
So it
So
was
Valentine's Day
Backlash.
Massacre was the 27th in your
Oh,
house.
then Backlash.
I know that because there's one match here. And then there was another one after, I think.
I think
What
it
the hell
was
have you picked
Backlash.
from there?
It's either mate.
I think you might have picked the same as me then, actually, because
Yeah.
I've just seen mine. I'm going to open with you, Sam, as you've rounded out our rebooking.
And I think I've screwed up the fantasy card. Anyway, my first match is Sean v Jeff. The
Yeah.
IC title match from In Your House 2. Was that the first match?
No, it was
No,
the
it's in the
card.
middle.
But
The
it
middle
was
card.
a very, very good.
The
Yeah.
first match was Razor and Savio, I think, the men on a mission.
Yeah. Start hot.
I
Start
haven't,
fat.
You
Start
that?
fat.
That's right. I've tried, as I said, tried to book a proper
Yeah, that would
card
work. That would
using in
definitely
matches that
work.
happened on In Your House.
And that would have worked as an
Yeah,
opener.
but obviously you can't use the same wrestler more than once. So Sean v Jarrett.
And I assume Sean still goes over. You're not rebooking that.
Yeah, because Jerry was
I
anyway.
think they're all the same, really.
I've got Bret Hart versus Akushi. Even though he didn't win my match of the night. And because I specifically tried to use an opener, and I went through all 28,
Yeah,
and there
yeah.
are a very good opener.
Now I know.
Now
There
they're
are
all-
many good ones. Yeah.
But either.
But obviously Bret goes over.
I'm only using people once as well.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I've tried to do it. Anyway.
My opener is from In Your House 19, D-Generation X. It's Taka
Michinoku
Michinoku winning
versus
the light heavyweight
Brian
title
Christian,
against Brian Christopher.
which got higher stars than Dean Malenko versus Ultimo Dragon.
See, and that's it deserves it.
I thought you were
First
going
light
for- was
heavyweight champion.
Mankind Triple H, the first match at Canadian Stampede.
Yes, but I don't know whether it was that good. I mean, well, I'd say it's obviously good, but I can't
I
remember.
mean, there
that
is a
match.
dark match. So what's that recently? The DVD which got the dark match, which is the Godwins v the Blackjacks. So you could have had that.
We had dark matches.
Right,
Cock
our
who
next
goes
match,
over it.
it's
Yeah,
a woman's
top
match.
Oh.
So I wanted to add one because don't forget there has been two recent In Your Houses. NXT.
Sneaky.
It's
Sneaky.
Xia Li v Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah.
I do quite like them too. So, and I'll put Xia Li over.
Fair enough.
In your 2021.
My next match is my tag match. It's Owen and Bulldog versus Furnace and LaFon.
Oh,
yeah.
Furnace, Philip LaFon.
Because I do think
connection. That would be from later on.
Yeah, it was in one of the 97s.
They were the ones against the Rockers where Bill Mascaris and that come out.
No. And I put it over.
I know what was Fake Racer and Diesel. That was the one I saw.
Terrible.
My next match is my big Smarts match. It's from In Your House, now out of Texas. In Your House 20.
You're doing the 4? You're doing the main event?
No, it's the War of Attrition match.
This is the War of Attrition match. This
there's
is
a
Shamrock, Ahmed, and the Disciples of Apocalypse.
Yeah, I saw that match. I saw that match. Went,
shit, me. Where did that come from? How did that get on the card?
10 men. I've used a lot of people. So, there you go. And Shamrock, Ahmed, and DOA went.
So you had a 10-man tag and an 8-man tag on the same show.
Chains on it.
Savio.
Maybe Brian Lee.
Right, my next match is Jack already ruined this. The light heavyweight title match, Taka v Grandmaster or Brian Christopher. In Your House DX. I think I would have actually put Brian Christopher over, having as the heel and Taka chasing it.
So if you'd have opened with that would have been your opener.
Yeah,
that would have worked.
Yeah, you could swap it around if you wanted.
I think I'd have put Brian Christopher over as a heel as well.
Because he was a good heel, or he was the character in the light.
I just think Taka chasing the belt might have got more heat for Taka. Like people might have actually cared about Taka a bit more than him just being.
Because I mean, you don't really have anybody else to feud with, isn't he? After that.
My third match is the Ultimate European Title feud. It's X-Pac versus D-Lo. Obviously.
How many in your houses did that?
No, but loads of time. But they did mesh well.
Yeah.
I've got to put over D-Lo. Damn it, D-Lo.
Match 3 is from In Your House 27, St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Okay.
Which is the hardcore title match. It's Bob Holly versus Al Snow.
Wow.
That was for the vacant.
It's the one where they go outside
in the river.
That's amazing. I love that.
It's a brilliant spot, that.
I love that.
It is.
You might have the same match as me.
No. And Bob Holly won. And Round Dog's on commentary, like he just follows him around.
Does he do it on that one? I know he does it on at SummerSlam with Bossman and.
It's that one
where they go to a bar and
he
goes, "Look at this stick I found." Because of Bossman's going stick. With a stick. Yeah, and he goes, "Wow, that looked fake." You ate that once. Very strange.
But anyway, Bob won there, so Bob goes over.
My next match is one of 2 gimmick matches, kind of. It's a triple threat cage match from In Your House Breakdown, which was Rock, Shamrock, and Mankind, which was the #1 contenders, I believe.
Yeah.
Rock would win, as he did then, because he was just starting to
do his rise.
to become the second face, to then turn and become the top heel.
Yeah. Well, you've got to have Hoss battle.
Is it Sid v Henry?
No, it's Ken Shamrock versus Vader.
Oh, yes.
Bones will be broken.
I was going to wear that. I couldn't.
And I'm going to put over. I'm going to put
I've
over.
already picked Shamrock and Vader.
Match 4 is from NXT In Your House 2020. It's Io Shirai versus Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
She went to NXT.
And Io
That's when
Shirai
they lost the NXT title.
That's when Io won it. So there you go.
That was the one on my birthday, was it? As well, that they brought back.
Was it?
Yeah, it was on now. My next match, tag match. It's Razor and Marty Jannetty, V123 Kid and Sid.
You disgust me sometimes.
That could be good.
Ultimate was good.
Ultimate.
I vaguely remember it being half good from my memory.
You know, you've got Kid who can fly about.
Jannetty
Marty got on. How did that happen?
I think he just come back after his 400th firing. He come back because he was sort of around Razor anyway, wore it before, and I just wanted to get Razor on, and I wanted a tag match.
Well, I didn't get Razor on, but I think he deserved it. But then, really, in terms of In Your House history, he didn't really have like any monumental moment at In Your House, did he?
Except his last match against Vader.
Yeah, well, that's something.
But Razor's
last match.
It was after WrestleMania.
He fought Vader.
And then he fought Vader and put him over and went from there.
See ya.
My sub-main event was a sub-main event. It's The Rock versus Mankind from St. Valentine's Day Massacre in The Last Man Standing.
Surprised nobody had the Brood the Job Squad
there
that we always won.
I think Mankind won that from memory. That he won the Last Man Standing match and then lost the title on the road to WrestleMania in a ladder match from memory. I'm sure at
He
the
won
end
it on
of,
the half-time heat.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure Mankind won it back.
Well, I think he
champ,
must have won it because he lost it. This was December '98, or it before the Rumble, and he lost it at the Rumble to Rock.
No, that's.
This is St. Valentine's.
Oh, St. Valentine's.
I think
sorry.
he lost it at the Rumble to The Rock because he won it on Raw when they did the books
then
on
lost it
seats.
to Rock
The
on
Raw Rumble.
Won it back at half-time
heat. Lost it. Or maybe he did lose it now then. But I'm sure he lost
champ, anyway,
I'm sure he lost it again to Rock between Mania and St. Valentine's Day Massacre in a ladder match.
It could have been.
I'm sure Bossman cost.
not Bossman, you bastard.
But anyway, I'm going to put Mankind over.
My sub-main event was a main event, but it ain't a main event, but it is top match.
Okay.
It's Sean versus Mankind from In Your House 10 Mind Games.
Yeah.
Which ended in a DQ.
Yeah.
So that's one day the main.
Guarantees my main event won't be reused by either of you then. But,
I wanted that, but I like the Sean Jarrett, and I thought that could be a good
Yeah.
So,
I think we've got Sean's 3 best In Your House matches there. Based on what I know.
My main event. Oh, sorry.
I like Mind Games, but no, I think my main event's better in terms of Sean's match. We'll get to
Is it the?
Yeah.
My main event is one of my.
No, it is.
I know what it is. It'll be Marl.
Is it the Final Four?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Final Four.
I was going to use that as well. I really like that.
It's really good for what it was.
And he put Vader over as a monster.
Yeah, because he
just
could be
picking up the steps.
Picking up the steps, and he cut his so much. It was a bit weird though when they was getting eliminated. Like Austin got eliminated, then it was just like, okay, you bet, that's it, finish. And then Sid appears.
Yeah.
But it's a really good match.
Definitely
for what it
deserves
was.
Well, my main event it's got to be Kane. It's Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels.
I was going to use that
because I do think that's the best In Your House main event ever. And obviously Sean goes over because he's got to be Kane.
And then mine's the Final Four from In Your House 13.
Got a lot of love.
Yeah, I love that.
It is a good match.
Really good match.
Really good match. People should definitely go out of their way to watch that. I'm struggling to find a reason why we would need to rewatch that. As reviewing the work.
Wild Man v Leaf Cassidy.
Yeah, it's terrible. Leaf Cassidy.
And the weird 6-man tag.
Yeah. Oh, we'll do that then.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll justify it for that reason alone. But if you believe... Who?
Triple H. Oh no, I got it fights Rock on it. I thought he fought Mankind again.
Oh, well, that was 97.
I think he just lost the Intercontinental.
Triple H versus Mankind. How you rebook in 97. If you believe that you could have added a different In Your House match to our fantasy card, let us know on our website, which is bettercallcreative.com, on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/BCC pod. Or
Not bad, Paul. Combat Club.
Regal.
Or at Twitter. I put that on Twitter, the bastard. Or at Twitter, at BCC pod, which is Better Call Creative, Mr. Regal. That
I will allow it.
That rounds out the episode, but not our final pay-per-view of the month of May. Don't you? You're gonna hate it because we are checking out. We're heading to the beach for a blast. It's UWF's
God.
beach blast.
I love UWF.
Now you'll like it a bit more because I've looked at the card. And there's more people you like on it, like Terry Gordy's on it.
Okay.
And Bama's in the main event.
I know them old and fat.
Bob Backlund versus Ivan Koloff is the match.
No, that's the legend. Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino, the longest match, 12 minutes, Killer Bees. But they're not called the Killer Bees. They're called Masked Confusion.
Sums up the pay-per-view.
Sums up the career.
It sounds amazing.
Confused busy.
So yes,
So because of the golden 1 degree chaos.
he is on it, but he ain't on the con. He's in someone's corner.
Match.
I'm just going to leave that there, but he's in someone's
Okay.
corner.
Right.
Someone to look forward
I
to.
love UWF.
But yes, we'll be back for the UWF. And we will be doing a watch-along in the month of May. We'll be doing two watch-alongs in the month of May. We'll be doing Harry and the Hendersons versus the Masked Wrestler. You're all confused. Who's the Masked Wrestler going to be? And we'll be doing Triple A's main event. Well, I don't know whether it was a main event. I don't think it was. But it was Villano 3, 4 and 5
7:25
versus... Are they called the Dark Circus or something like that? The Murder Clowns.
Something like
Psycho Clown,
Clown,
Murder Clown, Killer Clown,
Fat Clown.
Krusty the Clown from Triple H. And that's mainly because Mr. Meltzer gave it -5 stars, and I cannot wait to see Sam watch that, because I think Sam might think that Meltzer was being kind.
Oh no! You ain't laughing.
Oh God, it's bad. You've got to see the finish. But yes, do join us for our watch-along specials in May. But Sam, don't you worry, because coming up in the month of June, you will take control with your ultimate pay-per-view.
My favourite time.
But that leaves us
I have no idea.
from the kitchen himself. It's Jack Jones.
Well, in the kitchen then. Goodbye.
And from the gutter.
I'm still in the guttering. Bye.
Goodbye, folks. In the guttering.